Yes, thank you for joining me. And my name is Peggy Meyer, and today's topic is what resources do you need to achieve your goal? So before setting out on achieving a goal, there are some things that you need to do to get prepared to be the most successful at achieving your goal. SMART goals can get you started, but having goals that are smarter too will ensure success. So just like when you're heading out of town for the weekend, we've been doing a lot of basketball tournaments lately. So you probably have a checklist of things that you need to bring or think about or get prepared for the weekend. So we always have snacks, water, those things. The same is true for setting and achieving goals. You need to take time to prepare yourself to look at various aspects of your life that will be affected by tackling this goal, to make sure that you are fully prepared and ready to make the changes you are going to make to achieve your goal. So today we are going to talk about one of the R's in SMARTER2 goals: resources. So what do you think about when you think of resources? Well, the definition of resources is a stockpile or a supply of money, materials, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on by a person or organization in order to function effectively. So really, what does that mean, right? It is the assets, the things around that you can pull on, that you have to think about. It's the who, it's the time, it's the finances, it's your knowledge, it's support, various resources that you can pull upon to be able to ensure success of achieving your goal. So when it comes to achieving goals, there are these various resources, and I'm going to talk about 10 resources today that you should consider when preparing to achieve a goal. The first one is time. Time is a valuable resource that needs to be managed effectively, right? We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours in a day. How are we going to use it? We have to think about how long it's going to take to complete or achieve this goal. Like, what is your time frame? What is your goal for achieving this as far as time goes? Do you want to complete this, tomorrow, next week, next month, 90 days from now, or maybe even a year or more out? What is your time frame of completing this goal? How much time are you going to allocate each day and week in order to work on your goal? So you need to prioritize tasks accordingly and block out and schedule time to actually work on it. And so when you schedule that time, when in your day is the best time for you to work on this goal? When is the best time to do the tasks necessary? Is it in the morning? Is it during the day? Or is that night? Well, it depends on your goal, your schedule, and where you're going to commit to making that time your time to work on your goal. So the second resource is knowledge. Identifying the areas of expertise or the skills or the information you need to reach your goal. What do you need to learn more about? What new skills are needed to succeed in reaching your goal? Like, what information do you need to gather ahead of time to be successful at achieving your goal? You need to plan out that time for you to learn these new skills to expand your knowledge base, right? If you are having a health goal and you want to eat better, you have to schedule time to figure out what nutrition plan you want to follow in order to achieve your goal. The third resource is finances. So depending on your goal, you might need to have some money on hand to accomplish your goal. So consider the financial implications of your goal and develop a plan to secure the necessary funds or manage your finances more effectively and efficiently so you have the finances to achieve your goal. So again, if it is a health goal or if it's a work goal, what resources, what knowledge, what equipment, what other type of food are you going to need or want to have in order to achieve your goal? And what money, what finances, how much is that going to take to achieve that goal? So what is the financial cost to starting your goal? So if you want to get stronger, you might think in an exercise, you might think you need to go to the gym in order to achieve this. Well, how much does that cost? Okay, you need to know the financial cost of that. Or if you want to have a home gym, what is the financial cost of getting all of that ready? And is there some other options? Will you need more equipment, or can you use just normal everyday items? Maybe a gallon of milk can be a dumbbell for you, So being creative in some of those things. Do you need some books? Do you need to hire a coach, a business coach, a life coach, a personal trainer? What do you need to purchase, right? And what are the finances? How much money are you going to need to do this? And what is really awesome with the finances, what is the cost savings in the long run? So looking at the pros and cons of getting the things you need to start achieving your goal. So by investing in yourself and your goal, you might want to say, what might you save in the long run, right? Medical bills, medications, time off work when you're sick. If you're trying to improve your health, think about the cost savings in the long run, right? You may not have to be on blood pressure medication, or, you might not be in the category of prediabetes, or you just might just feel so much better that you don't get sick as often. Okay, what about being a promotion at work, or being able to charge more for your services? If you gain the knowledge and take the time to get certification in something that you can charge more for, what is the cost savings in the long run for achieving your goal? So the fourth resource is support network. So think about your support network of just surrounding yourself with a network of people, family, friends, mentors, or like-minded individuals who can provide guidance, motivation, and accountability as you pursue your goal. Who are you going to turn to when you need a little bit of support? How about motivation and accountability or guidance? These might be different people. Different people can have different roles in supporting you. Maybe you have a friend, Jill, who is really good at providing a pep talk and positive reinforcement and motivation to get you going. Well, maybe you have a friend, Beth, who is just really good at keeping you accountable, checking in to see if you really did what you said you were going to do. Or maybe they're the drill sergeant that comes in and knocks on your door at 5:30 in the morning because that is your workout partner. And if you're not outside, they are going to make sure you are up. So surrounding yourself with people that are going to cheer you on, keep you accountable, challenge you, push you, support you in any way that you need to achieve your goal. The fifth resource is tools and technology. So depending on your goal, you may require specific tools or technology in order to help you achieve your goal either faster or more efficiently, or maybe even just to do your job. So identify what equipment, what software, or other things that can aid your progress. Maybe streamline some aspects so that you have more time or energy or ability to focus on your goal. And technology is changing so fast. So there are always new apps and programs and systems that are coming into play to make things more efficient for you, to streamline things. So what is absolutely necessary? Because there are so many out there that would be really, really cool to have and to use, but really what is absolutely necessary and what would make it easier? I would recommend starting with the lowest level first, like not going out and getting the most expensive or getting all these tools until you know if you're in and working on your goal, what would help you the best. And also you have to think about those things about what's the financial cost or the benefit of these tools and that in this technology. And then going back to your finances to see if you can invest in them, or you might have to wait a little bit, or you might find a lower cost alternative, maybe borrowing some things or renting, or maybe bargaining some services. And some of this, I'm thinking about the equipment and some of the tools, not necessarily technology, but you get the idea, right? There are so many things out there, but make sure what you get is something that's absolutely necessary for you to get at the lowest cost possible, at least to start with, right? And then you can always work up to more advanced tools and technology. The sixth resource is physical health. Your physical well-being plays a crucial role in achieving your goals. By taking care of yourself through your health, through proper nutrition, exercise, sleep, self-care practices, to make sure that you have the energy, the stamina, the focus, the concentration to work towards your goal. So what is your self-care routine? What do you need to operate at your best physically? Plan for it, put it in your schedule, and make it a necessary part of achieving your goal. I know when I feel good, I have more energy. I want to go after those goals. I want to pursue, and I'm more motivated, and I actually get more things done. When I'm not feeling well, you don't feel like doing anything. I know I don't. So physical health is really important. And number 7 is your mental and emotional well-being. So this is just as equally as important as your physical health, your emotions and your mental health. So develop practices that help you manage stress, maintain focus, and cultivate a positive mindset. By understanding yourself, like what your tendencies are when you get frustrated or stressed or upset or bored, are very insightful in how you can come up with plans to negate those or compensate for them or just be aware of them so that you can make better choices. So what is the plan? What is your plan for managing your emotions when you get stressed out? Instead of flying off the handle and, yelling and screaming at somebody, or going into the kitchen and eating just random food because you're stressed, know those tendencies and choose to do something else. Put a different plan into place. Maybe you go outside and go for a walk around the block, right? Maybe you get up from your desk and do some jumping jacks or something to get your heart rate, just changing your focus. Maybe you do some breathing exercises to calm yourself down, to kind of get back into a normal rhythm so you can more easily choose better options for yourself to control, to manage your emotions and your mental mindset. Number 8, The eighth resource I'm going to talk about is information and research. It kind of goes back to knowledge, but this is where you're like staying informed, and maybe you research some ideas related to your goal. Like, what have other people used that works? What are some of the options? If you're looking for nutrition plans, you're researching different ones, what's going to work best for you. So you're accessing information, you're gathering data, and you're exploring relevant resources that can provide insights and help you make informed decisions so you can make the best decision for you at this point. So really, what information do you need to make good decisions on what actions that you're going to take towards achieving your goal? So get as many facts and data as needed to make that good decision. So the ninth resource is energy and motivation, and it goes back a little bit to how you're feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically. But sustaining motivation and energy levels is really crucial for long-term goal achievement. So if you have a goal that's 1 month, 90 days, a year out, that's kind of a long time. And we can kind of go, oh, well, I got plenty of time. But how do you sustain that motivation? You're really excited about it at first. Then what? You get going on it and it's like, oh, well, I got a couple months left, right? So finding activities and habits and practices that inspire and energize you and incorporate them into your routine. So you have the energy to do what is necessary. And when I think about this, I think of like my workouts. I love to exercise every day, but I'll get bored with certain routines. If I'm going for a walk, I'm like, sometimes it just seems like I'm not really that motivated and I don't have the energy for it. But if I switch it up, I go a different route. I maybe go for a bike ride instead. Or maybe I'll just slip in an exercise video, maybe turn on some music and do some dancing. Changing it up, like what is your energy and motivation level and what can keep you going towards your goal? This also has to do with understanding and realizing what drains your energy and what gives you energy. So you think of energy as like maybe your battery pack, right? What is draining that battery? What's draining your energy? It could be, like sometimes it's a boredom routine, the same old routine over and over. You might need to change that up. Maybe it's somebody that you're talking with that is just like sucking the life out of you. There are those people out there, and we have to be polite, but sometimes we have to minimize the interaction because they just suck the life out of you. But when your energy is drained, how do you act? How do you respond? What do you do? Think about those things in advance so that you can make better choices, so that you can maintain your energy. What gives you more energy? What can keep your energy high? This relates back again to your physical, mental, and emotional health. If you're feeling good, if your brain is positive, if you've got positive vibes coming out of your brain, that helps it helps you stay motivated and increases your energy towards achieving your goal. So this also has to do with your why. Why is it important for you achieving these goals right now? Do you believe that you can achieve it? Well, I hope you do because you said it, right? And if you are questioning that and I'm like, oh man, that is such a big goal. That's like an impossible goal. Well, drop goals in the comments of this video because I am putting on Making the Impossible Possible Goal Setting and Achieving workshop and coaching program coming up at the end of June. And if you would like more, drop goals in the comments. So your why is a lot of it. And what is the impact it will make on your life when you do achieve this? Sometimes that is the motivating factor. You can put up pictures, you can put up sayings, quotes, something that keeps you energized and motivated towards achieving your goal. So the last one, number 10 resource, is discipline and commitment, which are very, very vital for achieving your goal. We need to commit to it, right? We need to decide that you're going to do it and you're going to go all in on achieving it. You're going to do it no matter what. This helps you have the discipline. The commitment requires discipline. And it goes back to maybe having some of those habits, those routines. You decide what you're going to do, and you have the discipline to do the little things, the little habits that are necessary to move you towards your goal. So discipline to stay focused, to have that goal in mind, to maintain consistency, doing the little things over and over again, daily, weekly, to overcome obstacles that may arise along the way. So thinking ahead about what might trip you up, what might drain your energy, so that you can choose and have some choices available so you can choose differently. Discipline to create those little behaviors and those rules to live by. So like an example of a rule is that, you do this, then you can do that. So for me, I want to do the hard things first. The hard things, the top priority things that I perceive as being hard or will take really long time to do, I'm going to knock those off right away in the morning, because that feels so good. That gives me momentum. Like, wow, I got that accomplished in like half the time that I thought it was going to. And then I can do this other activity, which usually is like a more fun activity for me to do. So I kind of have this rule: you got to do this, then I can do that, right? And something similar is do this every time I do that. So that is another rule. Like before eating anything, I have a glass of water, because really most of the time we're thirsty and we're not actually hungry, but we're thirsty. So for you, it, might be different. Like I've heard lots of different things. If, you walk through a doorway, you say this positive statement to yourself, before you do some, go out or whatever, you might do 10 push-ups, just what is the goal that you're working towards, and how can you incorporate it a little bit into your daily life to make a commitment and really be disciplined to do it. So resources are just one of the R's in the SMARTER2 goals that you can use to help you achieve your goal. So what is SMARTER2 goals? Well, if you want to figure out, draw goals, because it is a part of the workshop and coaching program that I am starting I'm starting at the end of June. So the doors are opening up for the goal setting workshop, making the impossible possible, working on these SMARTER2 goals. So resources is just one of the R's in the SMARTER2 goals. And we talked about these 10 resources: time, knowledge, finances, support network, tools and technology, physical health, emotional and mental well-being, information and research, energy and motivation, discipline and commitment. So if you're interested in learning more about the SMARTER2 goal setting and achieving process, drop goals in the comments and I will reach out to you and give you more details. So thank you for joining me today. If you know of somebody who would love to be a part of this group, invite them. If you have a question about how to get more out of your life, ask it. Maybe I can feature it in the upcoming training. So thanks again for watching me and joining me today. I'll be here next week, same place, same time. Have a great week.